so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're joining me from. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a video. You can be among the first to receive it. Then go to the comment section at all times. Leave your comment, drop your contribution. If you have suggestions, make it out there. If you have any criticism, put it down on the comment section. It will make us to get better, presenting you a better program. Thank you so much.
There is no way we can run for office as a political party. We tried it with ABGA and it did not work. These issues were thrashed out very well. Is that the people that control the levers of power within Nigeria are not politically sophisticated enough to appreciate the final point of political discourse. In other words, that dispute resolution can best be conducted within a political setting where people are civilized. And I'm afraid to say that what I see in the zoo they call Nigeria.
Now, you see, you have heard from our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu what he answered. A question was asked, an example of Scotland was given, that the Scottish people are looking for their independence through a referendum, and they have been going about it gently and pursuing it gently. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was asked that why don't we Biafrans go the same way the Scottish people are going about their own freedom? And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu responded in that very answer to the very person who was questioning him, that the case of the Scottish people and that of Biafra is not the same. Scotland is already an independent nation. Don't forget that. You see, these are the kind of examples you see. They will give example of people who are fighting for their freedom, who are doing this, they are doing it peacefully in their parliament and all this, they are following the parliament, they are waiting for their referendum. Some will give you example of Catalonia and give you example of many places. More that of Scotland. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu explained it there. The Scottish people already have their freedom. They are not even in captivity. They have everything of their own. They have their own government. They have their own money. They have everything of their own. They do things on their own. They manage their resources. All they are looking for is an independence. They have their freedom, but they want independence. That's what they're looking for. And the questionnaire was telling us to go through that political solution. Now you see how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu explain why political solution cannot be a solution in Nigeria. Because in the case of Nigeria, the politicians who you are expecting to go and speak for you, the lawmakers that you are expecting to go and speak for you, every one of them is corrupt from A to Z. These are a bunch of corrupt men and women. These are a bunch of people who have sold their soul to the devil. These are a group of people who has nothing to offer. Group of people who are so corrupt that they have believed, they have faith in themselves that if they happen to leave the zoo today, that they will not be relevant anymore. And these are the group of people who will do everything they can to keep us down. How can you begin to look at these people as people who are going to give you solution? How can you be looking at these people as those who will give you solution? They will never ever give you any solution in anything. They will not. So some of you who are Biafrans and some people who are saying we should follow the calm way, you should follow the political way, you should go into being a political group, you should form a political party. That is not obtainable in the case of Biafra. It is not obtainable. We are talking about people who are not free. Scotland is free. They are looking for independence. These people cannot even allow Biafrans to be free, let alone talking about even in that freedom. That was why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu even allow these so criminals that call themselves politicians and Ohanaeze Ndigbo go and get restructuring if you say that is what you want. That restructuring would have given them some kind of freedom. That restructuring would have given the regions some kind of freedom. But what did they do? They rejected it. They don't even want to hear about it. The person that they put into power today, the vice president, said that to hell with restructuring. The vice president of today, who is a member of Boko Haram, said it before the whole world, to hell with restructuring. That is to hell to your freedom. To hell to your freedom. And that is showing you that they never want you to be free. They want you to remain a slave under them. That is all they can offer you. They speak it in parable, they say it in the open, they say it before your face, they point at you and they say it. They don't miss word. At every given opportunity, they tell you to your face that you are not wanted anywhere around. And yet, some of us are pretending. Yet, some of us are behaving as if they don't understand what they're also as if pretend as if we are not hearing them. But they are not hiding it. They say it before you, to you. Every given opportunity, they tell you, you are not wanted. Something as little as having your freedom. Through restructuring, they refuse. The people who refuse to give you restructuring, how do you think that those will allow you to be free? There you go. That was why you see the response Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave in that very audio that I play now. He explained it explicitly why you must not think of anything political solution. Why political solution can never ever solve your problem. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu explained it. That Nigeria, the politicians in Nigeria do not have that mental capacity to think well. You are talking about a fraudulent group who are using their fraud to protect their fraudulent empire. People who cannot function in our environment. People who cannot function well in a free society. Are they the people you're going to hope on to give you freedom? Are they the people you're going to build your faith on? Are they the people you want to build your strength on? That will be the worst thing any man can do on the planet Earth. And that is why we have to rise up. Rise up anywhere you are. Don't give up. There was never a time when we are promised there's going to be a free ride. Our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from the onset have told us, freedom is not given, it is taken. It is not going to be easy. It will demand our effort, our commitment, our sweat for us to be free. We have to fight for it. He said it again and again and again. Today, our Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Exile is saying the same thing, telling you that it's not going to be easy. Guide your belts, tight your belt very strong and continue to fight on. Freedom is sure. Do not give up. Do not give up. No matter what you see, don't give up your faith in freedom. Don't give up your faith in freedom. In this era of the new dimension, we have a target. And the target is, in this 2023, that the Biafran people will be free. Focus on that target and begin to ask yourself, what am I going to do to make my own contribution to the success of this target? You are part of it. This is the target of every genuine Biafran. We focus on it. And our Prime Minister and spokesperson, Mazi Nnamdi, anchored it. And he's leading it. And we are following and keying in. All you have to do is to key in into that call. Key in into that call for freedom. It doesn't matter the area you are coming from. It doesn't matter your religion. It doesn't matter your belief. It doesn't matter who you say you support or who you don't support. The most important thing is channel your energy on that direction that we are going. That thing that matters to you and I. That thing is that we have committed our hearts to. Freedom. Let us concentrate on that and put our heart in it. And I bet you, we will definitely be free. No matter what the enemy plans against us, no matter their plans, their evil, whatever they concoct, we will definitely be free. Don't allow the enemies to take over our life. Don't allow the enemies to overpower us. Don't allow the discouragement to take over you. Who gave us the grace and confidence to fight on and stand firm, he will never leave us behind. He will never forget us. He will never leave us. Is it going to be easy? It's not going to be easy. There will be distraction. There will be obstruction. There will be delay. There will be all manner of deceits, right, left, and center. But at the end of the day, victory is sure. Victory is sure. Let us remain focused and remain positive in our thought at all times. You can see our Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Why don't you take example for him? Borrow leave from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Borrow leave from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Even in the most difficult time, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still there, sending us encouragement outside here. Even in the solitary confinement, in the whole torture that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is facing, locked up against his own will, every of his right denied of him, yet he is there, sending us solidarity message. consoling us and encouraging us to continue to stand firm. How much more you that still have some little free air to breathe? How much more you that still have some little comfort? Why must you be discouraged? Why? Why do you have to be discouraged? I know that the battle is tough. I know that the thing is not easy. If I come here and tell you that it's easy, that means I'm lying to you. It is not easy. It has never been easy. It is a very tough race that we are running. But are we going to give up? We will never ever give up. No matter what we see, regardless the challenges, the attack, the oppression, right, left, and center, we will continue to march until we get to the promised land. I urge you, Biafrans, today, on this our sermon today, Sunday sermon, I award you and I beg you to please, 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 please be focused. Do not give up your faith on freedom. Don't give up your faith. No matter how disappointed you are, no matter what your brother or your sister have done against you, no matter the kind of blackmail have been made against you, no matter what you are hearing from your brother or your sister, don't give up your freedom. Always remember that every one of us in the old southeastern region, we have a common interest. And what is that our common interest? The freedom of the people. Our common interest is the freedom of the people. Each time you are angry, remember that common interest and come back. Each time you are discouraged, remember that common interest and come back. Each time they send you against your brother as an informant or to attack your brother, remember that common interest. Blood is thicker than water. Every one of us want to be free. And if you think you will sell your brother for you to make a headway, it's not going to happen. You cannot sell your brother and be free. You cannot sell your brother and be free. Yes, my brother Dennis Okara, I can see your request. I accepted your request, but they're not allowing you to come in. You know, that is always what they do. We try as much as possible to manage what they give us and pass the information. I've been trying to come online for a long time, but they restrict me until when I got the way to come in, then I have to come in and preach the message. Likewise, I was trying to bring you in, but they have blocked it. So what do? We still have to manage what we have. Thank you so much, my beloved brother Dennis Okara. I appreciate you. So, my fellow Biafrans, any place you are watching from, I urge you today to please, please stay firm. Don't get distracted. Don't give up your freedom. Do not give up your freedom. Continue to focus on that which matters. Always remember our collective interest. Selling your brother will not make you to be relevant. Acting as informant against your brother will not make you relevant. Most of the life we have lost today in Biafra land is because of the betrayal of our own fellow Biafrans. In fact, our own fellow Biafrans have taken more life lately than every other person because of envy, jealousy. You think that when you sell out your brother, you become relevant. You can never be relevant. Those people you sold your brother to will definitely take you out because they have known you as a betrayer. You think they're going to trust you? You think after selling your own brother that enemy you sold your brother to will trust you? He's not going to trust you. You'll be the first person they take out. That is one thing some of these informants don't know. When you're acting as an informant against your brother, they buy a car for you, they give you, put you on salary, and you think you are living a life. You are not living a life. You are a dead man walking. That is what you are. You are a dead man walking. Every informant in Biafra land, in this very struggle, any place you are, and you are acting as an informant against your own brother, the same way the blood of Abel cried, that is the way the blood of your brother is crying every day. And Chukwu Okike will hear that cry. Chukwu Okike do not keep silent in the cry of the innocent blood. Never. He never keeps silent. He never keeps silent. And that is the fastest voice he hears. That was how he heard the voice of Abel in the wilderness. And he confronted Cain and said that the blood of your brother cried to me. Today, do you know how many voices that is crying to Chukwu Okike? Do you know how many innocent blood are crying to Chukwu Okike? And you think you can join the informants and be free? You will never ever have peace and you'll never be free. The same thing you did to them will be done to you in a short while. It's not going to take long. It is not going to take long. Don't think you have time. You don't have any time. Any time you give out yourself and begin to ask an informant, you are gone. You are gone. May Chukwu Bukabiyama continue to guide us and give us the strength to focus and follow the right path. No weapon formed or fashioned against Biafran people shall prosper. No weapon fashioned against you and I shall prosper. We shall continue until we get our freedom. Thank you so much for watching wherever you're watching from. And remember, see you tomorrow.